on a high, and Gukesh, of course, entering the round. But look at him. He is looking like somebody who cannot believe what has just happened. And Tanya, on the flip side, if Vidit converts this, which it looks like he's well on his way to doing, he'll be tied with Hikaru, a point behind Jan Nepomniachtchi, and right back in this race.
It's the win that Vidit Gujrati needs, playing with the white pieces, scoring against a Hikaru who seems to have just gotten back into his form, into his element, would be exactly what Vidit needs right now. And it's been quite the game for him as well, striking with d4, striking with b4, and in the end, he finds and navigates with precision. We might be seeing a resignation. Looking at Hikaru, he's hopeless about his position right now.
Well, he's hopeless because the position is hopeless.
That's fair.
And you can see also Vidit walking around as a player who is going to be winning and expecting his opponent to resign. That's the way how he's walking right now.
And what do you think, Judith? What is it that's made Vidit such a difficult opponent for Hikaru in this candidates? He wins in round 2 in dominating style. Hikaru never got a chance in that one. And then here, it felt the opening went Hikaru's way. But in the complications, we see Vidit once again crushing it through.
Maybe because he's a little bit similar to Hikaru. He's not chickening out at all. He's looking for sharp ideas. He's ready to make decisions. He can sharpen out things. He's calculating. He goes for it. And Hikaru is a very similar player to that. So Vidit gave, well, in the first match in game 2, it was very clearly a home preparation, which was fantastic by Vidit. Also, he made some very good decisions and moves after he was over with his preparation out of books. So in the winning position, he chose very well. He did not slip away with the winning position, so he did win that. And that was a kind of unfortunate for Hikaru, the round 2. This game was a big fight, and somehow at some point Hikaru made some bad decisions, and Vidit took the opportunity.
Robert, do you think this is the moment?
The moment that Hikaru resigns, I
Yes.
can't think of prolonging this game any. I'd never like to suffer at the board. You just get it over with. You're completely hopelessly lost. He knows that. But for Hikaru, it's not just about this game, I feel like. It's about the tournament standings where he did just work his way to just trail by only half a point. And he's looking at the board up there. He doesn't want any part of this game. I think he will resign.
And I absolutely don't even see a way to continue here. You can defend that f7 pawn for one move. But how do you fight the other threats on the king side? And it all comes down to those 8-6 g5 pawns. And then after that decision from rook c8. I really feel, Judith, when you pointed that out, that was the moment, and we spoke about this, that the momentum is shifting. Vidit's the one who was striking in the center. He kind of seemed to take over the position and then eventually winning that extra pawn. This looks like it's going to end in checkmate for Black's king if Hikaru does decide to continue. Vidit Gujrati knows he's got the job done. He's delivering today.
And he's the player who has the most decisive game by far. This is going to be his 6th decisive game, if I'm correct. I mean, he's the player who can win, lose, and he's bouncing back again and again and again, right? So kind of a very good fighter and a very good mindset, I believe, that who is able to bounce back after a loss.
Hikaru reaches out for the queen. Queen to b3. Judith defends f7. And then the idea that we were talking about, transferring the queen to that f5 square. Hikaru is in complete disbelief how quickly this one has turned around.
There's just nothing that can be done. I mean, I'm looking at Vidit Gujrati, and I feel like every day he's a new person. And how could you not be when you win a game, then lose a game, then strike back? It just hasn't been able to have a calm tournament. But right now, when you need to get wins, you don't want a calm game. And look at Vidit Gujrati. Here comes his queen. He's picking it up, and there it is to f5. That should do the trick.
huge threats on the board. The g5 pawn is hanging, queen is coming into h7. There are potential sacrifices everywhere. Even a move like queen f6 is in the air. How does Hikaru even keep the game going? I don't see an answer.
Queen d5.
Sorry?
I can keep the game going. Queen d5, queen g5,
All right,
knight
let's take a
g6.
look.
Okay, so I mean,
Is there... Oh, I was
how many
going to go
pawns is
in.
White up? Sorry, go ahead, Tanya.
That's a good question. How many pawns does White have? Currently 2 extra pawns. Queen d5, queen g5, knight to g6. There are a million pins on the board. Notice how the knight on e5 is pinned to the rook on e1. It's pinned to the queen on g5. I wanted to go in. By the way, we do have a move. And Judith, it's with a similar idea. But first, Hikaru falls back with that knight to g6. Still keeping things under control, not allowing queen h7. But is there rook? The point is, if you take rook takes knight here, it still doesn't help because black will eventually sacrifice the queen and win that rook on e1. The line that I'm looking at, Robert, rook takes knight, pawn takes rook, queen takes pawn. And maybe it just doesn't work because you've got king h8, but also king h8. Yeah, king h8. Because king f8 runs into knight d7 checkmate. This is crazy.
Looks over. I mean, this is rook takes g6. That looks very natural. Showing you with some highlights here, but Vidit Gujarati, he sees it and he is doing the right things. It's a professional approach from him. He has over 7 minutes on his clock. He is going to win this game, but why potentially rush a decision that could backfire? So Vidit, I love the way he's played this game, and I think that he's handling everything with the utmost professionalism. Judith, this just feels like Hikaru is going to play maybe 2 more moves. You see it on his face.
Well, he just wants to give, even if he has maybe 1% to save the game, probably less than that, still, why not to fight on, to resign? It's never too late. Now, Vidit still has to make a decision whether probably there are several winning moves. I have the feeling. But of course, rook g6 seems to be the most professional finish of the game, taking on g6, and he does it. After captures no, he resigns. He does not want to play on, not to suffer longer.
It is game over. Hikaru Nakamura does not play on after that last move. Vidit Gujarati winning for the second time in the candidates against the world number 3. A big win for Vidit. A huge road bump for Hikaru on his path to the World Championship. A loss that's going to hurt a lot for his chances. Robert, after yesterday's win, this is painful.
Well, their roles have reversed. Their fortunes potentially have reversed. For Hikaru, he was on a high. He beat Fabiano Caruana for the 4th straight time.